Good
My
evening.
name is Frederick Ifogene Okpaje. I am the vice chairman of P1 Group and also the managing director of P1 Haven.
Oh, wow. Okay. And the other gentleman?
Okay. That is first good evening once again.
Good evening.
Um, my name is Julius Oyedemi,
Okay.
the acting group managing director, P1,
Okay.
and also the managing director, CEO, P1 Plus.
Nice to meet you. So let's go straight to the meat.
Okay.
Um, when your representatives reached out to me, the first thing I said was, I want Scot free. How do we, why is Scott behind bars? I want him free, and I'm sure everybody listening to us want him free. So what exactly is going on? How are we going to get Scot Iguma out? Whatever grievances you may have with him, I believe can be addressed before a court of competent jurisdiction. But I do not personally believe in arresting people to stifle their voices. But that's what we see. What exactly is the picture?
All right. Thank you very much, Daddy Freeze, for giving the audience. Really, it's been, like I said earlier on, it's been a very, very tasking period for the P1 Nation or the
Mm.
P1 Group. Um, when this issue came up, we actually reached out to Scott, and he bluntly refused to meet with us, not once, not twice. Now, if you have an issue, are you supposed to just shout about it and that's it? We need to sit down. What are the complaints? Who are the people? He never showed up. Now, he got to a point where he came on air to say that if anything happened to him, they should hold P1 responsible. Now, at this point, it's becoming like a threat to life. And we decided that, okay, look, we should lay a complaint to the police that, look, we have no issue against what Scott is doing. Normally, there should be an opposition in everything. I mean, there's somebody that will strengthen your arm. There's somebody that will encourage you. There's some that will criticize you. And the criticism is actually what brings out the best. And so the police invited him. When they invited him, they asked and requested for the petitions that he proclaimed that he has. He doesn't have them with him at the time, according to him. Then they gave him administrative bail to go and submit those petitions.
Please, what did they ask him for? I want my lawyer to be able to understand that part very well.
Well, the things they were asking for are the petition he professed to the public that there are petitions against P1. First, it
Okay.
started with the SEC issue. From there, it migrated to P1 selling receipts, and it
Can
pro-
we talk
it
about that? Sorry to stop you. Can we talk
yeah.
about the body of that? P1 Real Estate Company, a company that sells receipts instead of
Mhm.
land. Can
Yes.
you address that?
Well,
Okay. Let me,
okay.
okay, fair enough, too.
Go ahead.
That is, and to the general public, I I stand as a young Nigerian to say that I, and as the group managing director of P1, and with every great personality out there, that we want Scott out from wherever he is. And Our mission is not to hurt anybody. We are only on the side of the law. Just like Dr. Fred said, and we have admitted, there was an issue on the place of administrative bail that he didn't show up. Well, let me address the question you asked me. We don't sell receipts in P1. P1 is a real estate network marketing company. In the last, at the time I did a press conference where when he started this, and just to address the public, we are not uh, refusing the fact that we do not have challenges in some of our estates and in our operation. But we are saying that, yes, we are ready, and that's why we're still out to put off to address all.
You went mute.
I think he's having network issue, I
Mr.
think.
Julius, you went mute.
Okay, can you hear me now?
Yes, we
Clearly,
can hear you.
clearly.
Thank you. So, like I said, sorry, can you hear me now?
Yes, we could hear you
Yes.
clearly, clearly.
Thank you. So, like I said, how do we do not sell receipts? There are challenges from onset
What
that
kind of challenges?
yes, and we have also admitted that yes, there could be customers who have not been satisfied with our service rendered to them. But we're also ready to get them not now.
I think there are
The
people trying to call you, right?
yes.
Can you put your phone on do not disturb? Because calls are
Okay,
coming
great.
and they'll be cutting your audio.
Okay, that okay. Thank you. I think I've achieved that. Thank
All
you.
right. Yes.
Yeah, thank you. So the truth is we do not sell receipt. We sell real.
Okay, Mr. Fred, while Mr. Julius is trying to deal with his line ringing off the hook, um, I think you can take it off from here. He was talking about we're on the sell receipt stage. Please throw some clarity on that.
Okay.
Okay, we don't sell receipts, really. What we sell is landed properties and buildings.
Hmm.
The foundation of this is that we've been in business for the past 13 years, going to 14.
Hmm.
And we've been in this business for that long. And there is no business in the real estate. No real estate company will say it doesn't have one challenge or the other.
Hmm.
If you go to the police, 80% or more of the cases you will see, especially in Lagos here, are land related. As a
Hmm.
result of that, it's not a strange thing that we have challenges. And how we deal with them is the next thing. Now, so we don't sell receipts, we sell landed property, although we have some challenges. And now where you have challenge, especially when it has to do with either money, land, government policy, community violence, and all the rest of it, we cannot access those lands. The only option we have is to either acquire a new property and allocate same. And by doing this, we also will inform our clients of the challenges we are going through.
Hmm.
So we do that. So we
Hmm.
don't sell receipts. We sell landed properties and housing, complete houses.
Okay. I want to remove Mr. Julius and bring him back. Hopefully, he's
That
sorted out his network issues. I'm sure a lot of people are probably seeing him live and they are calling him at the same time, and
That's
his
it.
phone is shutting down.
Okay.
Okay, I think you are back
Sorry,
now. Your audio is
so
better.
sorry.
Please,
Yeah, so sorry.
let's hear from you.
Okay, thank you. So that is saying that we sell receipt is just so funny because from inception there are numerous over hundreds of thousands that have been allocated under our schemes. There are evidences out there. Just like Dr. Fresh said, we sell landed property, we sell buildings. We have estates where people live. So
Hmm.
I say coming out to say that a company like PWAN sells receipts, I think it's quite an exaggeration, and it is false. So we do not sell receipt. People have enjoyed physical allocation. There are some who are yet to. Like we said, we do not refuse the fact that yes, there are no challenges of physical allocation, but we have also admitted that every customer shall enjoy the benefit of their investment. That's it.
Hmm.
you asked a question that is freeze, which was not really I have not completed.
Please go ahead.
Which was your first question?
Why is
Why was
Scott
Scott
Iguma locked up? Why is
locked
he
up?
still locked up? Why has he not been freed? Is what he did so damning that he must answer to what he did from behind bars? And there's a
So
bit of a
the
public
the
outcry. How is this addressed?
the thing is this: like I said earlier, there was no such intention to arrest or detain Scott Iguma. Scott Iguma was given administrative bail, and for 4 weeks he did not return back. I believe he was forcefully brought back to the station. You know, when you report a case to the police, they will follow up. And
Okay.
from what we have heard so far, by the time he now came back that Wednesday, there was an altercation between him and the police.
Hmm.
That was what led to his detention. Nothing more than that. It was not as if our reporting him was meant to arrest him or do any damage to him. We needed him to appear with us, to sit down with us. We even make the police as mediators so that they sit in between us, hear us out, hear him out. What are the challenges that are there so that we can sort them out? He refused bluntly. We weren't
Yeah,
angry. If
but
you
if he
watch
refuses, is the next thing arrest?
Daddy Freeze, hold on. You see, if you watch, this has been going on for months.
Since May.
Okay, and not one of us came out to accuse him, to fight him, to do anything. We simply dropped that report to the police just
When
because
he
life,
of his
when
own
he
statement.
talked about life,
If
and we
anything happens
decided
to
that
him,
look, oh, yeah, we don't have a hand, we don't have any reason to threaten him. We welcome criticism.
Hmm.
And so when he had that altercation with the police, I mean, Doddy Freeze, you probably would have been arrested or so. Did you fight the police? And if you fight with the police, what do you think the police will do to you? So we
Did he
have
fight
no.
the police? Are you saying Scott Iguma
That is
fought the
the
police?
that is the report we got. That is the report we got. That it took 4 men to wrestle him down. That is the report we got. Yes, you probably will see the police also putting their own version of this story out there. You probably will see that. So it wasn't as if we arrested him or detained him or no. We, like I said to you, our aim for that complaint was, look, this young man will be inviting him to come, and there are evidence to that, written evidence to himself and his lawyer. The documentations are there. Even last week, Wednesday, he was also invited through writing to him and his lawyer to sit on a round table with our chairman, the founding chairman. He refused. We were not, we are not small children. We are not babies. We will not, wake up and start being angry with somebody who is also making us sit up in our own business. We welcome the idea. That was the reason why you see that nobody has come out to attack him. Even so, look, you can take it from there that we have no hand in this. But the only thing I can tell you is this: we are willing. We are willing, 100% willing, for him to come out and let us dialogue. We don't have any issue. We don't want to go into court cases or whatever with him, or even anybody for that matter. It's not the right thing for us to do. If you have access to the police, please call the police and ask why was he detained that Wednesday. They will tell you. It was not because we petitioned. It was because of what happened that evening between him and the police. That was what happened. So, yes, people may not have had that version of it, but this is exactly what happened. We empower lives. We don't oppress lives. And Scot Iguma, Scott himself, is a young man. How many people like himself have we empowered in the PWAN group? Well over 300,000. All of, not just in Nigeria, but all over the world. You have America, United States, United Kingdom, Europe, Asia. We have empowered people. We don't have any intention to go and, belittle ourselves to go into court cases because somebody called us out. Look, if you have petition against somebody or you have a case against somebody, can't you approach the people that I have this against you? What do you have to say? Every morning you wake up, there is one cry or the other. Is that the best?
You people don't turn alarm clock.
Can you
P1
imagine that? Yes,
P1.
it became a national song. You see? And come and let us sit down. No way. So
Okay.
listen, there was no
Sorry, before we
intention
go
to
any further,
arrest.
I want to ask the lawyer, Belinda. Belinda,
Okay.
what are your thoughts? Anything you want to say?
I'm still listening to them. So
All
let him
right.
go
So
ahead.
continue, sir.
Well, I think I have said it all. We don't have any issue with any young man
No, no, no,
or
no,
any
no.
Nigerian or any human who criticize us. We will call the person because the best approach to such is to find solution. The intention is not to run down P1, isn't it? The intention is to at least tell us that, look, you are going wrong in this direction. If you are an advocate, that is the best thing to do. It's like a cockroach. In the morning, you wake up, P1 real estate company that sells receipts. And the whole world
It was,
is believing that narrative. Some people even
he
ask us,
believed.
some of our clients even call to ask us, why don't you people put a statement out there? We said, look, this young man may have something that will help us to improve our lives, our services to people. And that is what our focus is on. It's not about taking a case to court or whatever. We don't have interest in that. He's a young man and he has a better future for his life. And we wish that he will, fulfill his destiny. That's our wish for him
Okay, sir, I hear you when you say you don't have interest in taking him to court.
at all.
But how come you have interest in filing a petition against him?
Well,
Now
like I
let
said
me
to
come in,
you,
Dr. Fred, let me
Belinda.
come
Okay.
into that.
Yes.
My dear sister, how would you feel? Somebody wakes up and say, "Oh, please, oh, if anything happens to me and my family, hold Belinda responsible."
Where will you go? Who will
We're
you
human.
complain
We're
to?
human. Somebody keeps shouting, "Please, anything happens to me and my family, hold Belinda responsible." And here you are. You don't know this person. You don't even. He's the one calling you out all the time. The best thing is what we felt was right was to go and report ourselves. Because sorry to say, God forbid anything happens to him, Nigerians will not believe that something did not go wrong. So, in order to protect the image of the brand, we felt, let's go. And that was what we went to tell the police. And he was equally invited. Equally invited. Why did you say, if anything happens to you, okay, can you give us proof of any attempt or anything? That was what started that. Thank you.
Okay. Okay, so are you saying that at no point was he threatened by
My
No,
dear
you?
no,
sister, we are
nobody
too
threatened
busy.
him. Over
We
what?
don't, nobody. Now, don't forget, nobody, he was, like I said, like Dr. Fred said, he started from the issue of SEC and came down to P1 sales receipt and became so personal. For me, nobody.
To even add to that, Belinda, let me ask you another a question. Did you hear him insulting the P1 chairman as an incompetent man? So it's like a personal vendetta. Did the man did anything to you? And you are saying that if anything happened to you, they should hold P1 responsible.
So the,
The
the
law
content,
enforcement are the people we will run to go and report ourselves that, look, we'll see what is going on out there. We have no hand in anything. We've not threatened him.
okay, so your petition against him was for him claiming that you guys are a threat to him, not for defamation.
Yes,
That's just it.
yes.
No,
With
no,
an
that's just it. It's
evidence
there.
that we have invited him for a dialogue.
Okay, so
What
it's
are you
not like you
dialoguing?
complained about him defaming your boss
Exactly.
or
No,
defaming
no,
your
no,
No,
no.
no, no,
There
brand.
no,
was
no, 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 no,
no,
no.
there was no nothing like that. Nothing.
It
The
was
written
Okay,
that
so
documents are
statement.
there.
Belinda, what are
Evidences
your
are there.
thoughts on that?
okay, I'm trying to still get you guys. Petition is for threat of life, so to say. His claim to threat of life by you. So for his defamation or acclaimed defamation, you don't have a problem with that.
There is nothing like defamation.
So is he
There
correct?
is
Um,
nothing like defamation.
Or
let's
is what he's
It
you
has
saying
see
true?
that
now the issue now. Let me answer Belinda, Dr. Fred. Now, the most of the things that Scott went out there saying, most are not true, Belinda.
Hold on 1 second.
Um,
Hold on, just hold on one
yeah.
second. Let's get something clear. Your
Okay.
petition against him is
Mm.
detaching yourself from anything that has to do with threat to his life. Would that be correct?
Now,
No,
there's a
it's a
second
yes.
part
Sorry,
of
sir.
it.
Just so that everybody on this live can
That's
understand.
what I'm saying. The
Is it
first
yes
is
or
the
no?
statement to there are two sides of it. There are two sides of the petition. The first is the threat to life. The
Okay.
second one is the cyber stalking and cyber bullying.
Okay, we're just hearing of this now in the petition. Okay, so, okay, proceed. So you
Throw
have
some
Thank
light
you.
two,
on the cyber stalking and
yes.
cyberbullying, please.
yes.
Now, Dr. Fred mentioned something that asked Belinda that did you in his videos, he became very personal. At the time, he was even dragging myself. I did not respond to him. Yes, in his one of his videos, he was dragging, posting my pictures and saying all manner of things. I refused to attend to that. But again, calling out somebody every day, Number one, this is Nigeria. How do you imagine such a person feels too humanly? He feels threatened too. You're calling me out every day, every day. I don't feel safe.
With
My family
pictures.
doesn't feel with
Pictures
pictures.
how? Please throw some light
The,
on that.
the
On his
chairman,
face.
the
You know,
chairman's, the chairman's pictures were thrown out
The
online.
chairman is
uh,
that lady that her picture is on that Lekki
No,
Eke
no, no,
Expressway
no.
billboard.
no, that's the
No,
president.
that's the president. The man.
Okay.
He
So,
never showed. He never threw her picture out. It's only the man's picture that he threw out.
okay. And what was the what did P1 now do when their chairman or founding chairman, as you say, had his picture on Scott Iguma's page? What was your response?
Now,
Our
so what?
response have never.
Okay,
We never approached the police a second time after that first reporting that we did to them.
but our
Okay, let
lawyers.
me take you back. That first report,
Well,
what was the body of it? What did it
Right.
contain
That's
in
the
all
that's the
clarity?
that's the question.
It's what Dr. Julius has answered that.
Mm.
He spoke
Dr.
number
about
Julius,
one,
threat to
can
the
you
threat
answer
to
life.
it
life.
again for
Threat to
clarity? We have
life.
almost 1,000 people watching us.
Yeah, the
We know.
threat to life. The threat to life, because he went out to say if anything happens to him, P1 should be held responsible. And that for us is a no, 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 because
Okay.
nobody was threatening him. Now, at that material time again, he took it personal, was dragging the person of the chairman. That was cyberbullying for us. Number one, somebody you've not met to hear his own side of the. If you say you're an activist, I think a good activist would listen to the complainer and also listen to the other party to say, okay, this is. And the essence of activism is to achieve a rational result. That at the end of the day, the complainer, whomever is accused, everybody is on the path of justice. 50-50, everybody is happy. It's a win-win game. But by
Okay.
the time you begin to,
Go on.
for us, he was more or less like looking like somebody who was sponsored or who is being sponsored, who is paid to just tarnish the image of the brand. Many
Okay,
of us
Mr.
have sacrificed our lives to this brand. We've been
Mr.
here, we're
Julius,
not novice. Yes, then.
you said that most of the things he said are not true. In other words, there are
Yes.
some that are true.
Of course, we are not hiding
That is
under
why I
that.
said, that is why I said
Some
the
of them could
essence, you
be
see,
true. If we've not seen the
most of
petitions,
them, some of them, like I said, we have challenges. We're not refuting that. We have challenges where we have not enjoyed allocation due to certain reasons. But again, most of the things he came up with or coming up with are not. We've had customers who have not even finished paying for properties, and they go to him and they are crying, "Oh, P1 didn't allocate them." Where there are clauses. I have experience of somebody saying, "Oh, the land is." He went to the land. They said the land does not belong to P1. Now, if you go to a property and they say it doesn't belong to P1, does it? Is it on social media, or you go to verify the originality or the authenticity of that property? And even if you have come to social media, at least your representative should equally do proper investigation to know how authentic is this information. That is our position. We're not against what Scott is doing, but we're saying it. We're saying that things should be done rationally. We're humans too. We're
What's your
Nigerians. We're
definition
not
of
foreigners.
rationally?
So rationally means if I come, it is not proper for me to come out here and start shouting that the freeze every morning. It is if I am shouting that the freeze because somebody reported that the freeze to me. As the man in between, I think it is rational that I also extend my audience to that the freeze to say, oh, we got this report that this is what you did to Julius. Please, can we hear your own side of the story? And by
Mm.
so doing, there will be a positive outcome because you are standing in to advocate for someone. That's why I said rational. By the time you bring both parties together, you have solved a lot of problem. On one side, corrected one party. On the other side, you've made another party feel happy. And that's what we're saying. We're not saying that we're void of challenges or we're denying that, yes, there are no challenges. Oh, no, 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 no. But the way and manner he took the campaign was
Let me let
one-sided.
me let me let me let me slot this in. Remember, one of the letters we wrote to him, he came on air to say that we are trying to, kind of, I don't know, there's a language he used.
What was the
If
content
the
of the letter?
Well, he read it, but so I can't really
The letter
read
was
it
an
off.
invitation for a
It was an
roundtable
invitation for a roundtable talk.
discussion. So it was not like maybe he was, and the venue was, and he came online to say, no, there are
He
this,
said
well,
no, that he would not. Listen, Belinda, listen to me.
I'm listening.
Listen, the world we are in today is full of ideas. Nobody knows it all. And this is the line of action we took. Even before him coming to talk on the internet stage, our own clients have been advising, do this, do that, and we stick to that. I believe if you have the interest of developing an organization, this is the best way to approach it. He
Okay,
has
MD,
not,
did
assuming he has approached us and we refused to, or we showed high-headedness, then he has a reason to say, okay, I met with these people, this is their behavior, okay, I'm going on air. I believe that is the best way to approach
are
this.
you saying that at no point did he ever reach out to you guys?
Not once. Not once. You can ask him, not once. We just saw him burst into the airwave, and that's it. And we decided that, okay, let us reach out to this guy. And he
we were the
declined.
ones looking for, we were the ones even looking for those
He
who know him
declined.
to know who his
Let me
words.
tell you, he went to Asaba in Delta State
Mm.
and stopped at filling stations and were asking people about the character of P1 group in Asaba. You saw the video he made for one of the CSRO that we did at a roundabout in Asaba. He called the governor out that he should wake up to secure himself. If not, P1 is coming to destroy his land. I mean, what do you gain from that? Nothing.
Let me just say, Daddy Freeze, let me be
Mm.
honest. You see, P1 is just about the land sales, the building sales. P1 is a blessing to many Nigerians. There are many Nigerians who are feeding from the tables of P1 week in, week out. And for us, this is even major to us. The human empowerment is major to us. We all know the country and the state of our economy today. But again,
But what has the
we
country and
would
the state of economy got to do with delivering the expectations
Thank
to
you.
the
I wanted
client?
to ask that question. Thank you.
now the issue of no. What I'm saying, you're bringing me from another angle. Well, the delivering expectation to clients has never stopped. If you know the nitty gritty, I'm talking to you practically now. I'm not the kind of real developer that sits under air condition. I give my life
Mm.
to my job. Belinda, for you to do real estate in Nigeria, I challenge you. It's
Mm.
tough. Let's not go. What I'm telling you practically, I'm not telling you about any other. I'm not talking about Dr. Fred. I'm talking about my personal, my life. Those who know me. To defend what you buy is tough. But who do we
Agreed.
go to cry to? Who do we go to cry to? We're also crying on the inside.
Okay, so for everybody to understand what you are saying, because there are people who may not understand, it's tough. How?
You see,
Because of the
I want our
challenges that are
customers because
Yeah,
associated
those
you
are
with
the
it.
see,
challenges
so
we want to discuss. Because, hold on one second. It's okay for you to have challenges, but your customers must not suffer for your challenges. If you are not able, then you step aside.
oh great, great. It's easy to say, but what I'm saying is, in a system like
Hold
ours,
on,
in a
Sir
country like
Julius, just
ours,
1 second. You
Okay,
complained about the
sorry,
state
Belinda,
of
let
the
me just
economy.
ask a question to clarify. I
I
want
Okay.
you
can
to
sorry.
estimate
Okay,
a follow-up question to Belinda. Out of
okay.
100 people who bought your
Hmm.
properties, how many do you have challenge with in
Okay.
comparison to those who are satisfied? Belinda, I don't know if that helps so that we can
Right.
throw light on the magnitude of
The 100
the
is
issue.
complaining about, the 100 plus. So let's even peg it at 200. It's a fraction of what we have delivered. If you categorize it
Percentage
to
wise,
percentage wise,
how much have
it's
you
like
delivered? Honest to
one
God.
case. What we have delivered could be up to 85%. That's our delivery rate. 80,
Okay.
85%. So
Now
you
that it,
have between 15 or 25%
So you are
challenges.
saying that you have allocated land to 80% to 80 to 85% of your customers.
Yes,
True.
I can guarantee you that. The reason, okay,
True.
again, for clarity purpose, P1 Group is the umbrella of 64 affiliates. 64. When Julius is speaking, he's talking about P1 Plus. I am P1 Heaven. You have P1 Stars. You have P1, 64 members. So if out of that, 80% has been delivered, that 20% or 15% is spread across these 64. So for instance, P1 Heaven might have two, P1 Plus may have two, and so on and so forth. This is the whole sum. But we are a body, one body.
okay.
Belinda, does
Okay.
that answer your question or do you want to go in deeper?
I want to slightly differ. If you have about 20% unattended or challenged, do we agree that, or will it be safe to say that every customer is as important as the 80%?
We agree with you.
Okay.
And we can't
Yes.
So,
deny that.
okay. So, what are you doing about the 20 or 25% that are challenged,
Okay.
that are
Okay,
entitled
so
to their money or their property?
here is
Okay.
the plan.
Very good.
This year, there's a new board that is set up. One of the focal points or the mandate that was given to us is one, allocation, documentation, making sure that the backlog of whatever is behind, we should clean it up. And we gave ourselves between now,
Why do you have backlog? Why are you
well,
taking on more clients when you have not delivered on
Now,
the
so
hold on, sir,
the
hold on,
issues
hold
were,
on, hold on. Why do you have more clients when you have not delivered on the previous clients? Because that's the only reason why you can have backlogs.
well, the
okay.
backlog, I meant to say the 20%, which is more like something that you didn't do last year or year before. That is the
No,
backlog I'm
Okay,
talking
let me
about.
add to
And
Belinda.
when
Now,
we,
I want to ask a
Let me
question.
no,
just
no.
Is the backlog is the backlog because you didn't have the land to sell or that you sold the land and then you had issues with government, with Omonile, or
issues,
what exactly happened to
issues,
create
is,
that backlog?
issues with landowners, the
Okay,
Omoniles.
I'm sorry, sir. It doesn't matter what, sorry, that if it doesn't matter what the nature of the issue is, you're
Okay.
expected to deal with those issues before you keep accepting new ones, right?
I'm
Because if
going
you
to
have
cite
not
you.
dealt
I'm
with,
going to give you an example. I'll give you
hold on,
one
sir. If you
example.
have not dealt with the issue, whether on Monile, whether whatever it is, and you are
so
taking
let
on
me
new ones,
so Fred,
hold
let me
on, Sir
answer
Julius,
Belinda.
please, can I just land?
Let her
Okay.
finish, then I'll ask your question.
Yes. If the reason why you would have backlog, and we are going to hear the reasons you have mentioned, Omonile, and other issues that may arise. Whatever the issues are, it is expected that you deal with them, however long it takes you to deal with them, so that you don't have new customers when you haven't dealt with the previous issues. So please explain how come you have backlog if the interest, or if your company's interest is not to keep making money regardless of the interest of the customers.
Okay. Do you want to answer that, or I should answer, Julius?
Okay, let me
Okay.
go.
The issue here is this: when you talk about doing business, if you have a challenge, do you stop to solve that first before you continue your business, or you continue the business while you are solving the issue you have?
Hmm.
It's neither here nor there.
No, it's not so in business. It's like you have a law. You are a lawyer. You are
Mm-hmm.
engaged in one case. You are to solve that one first before you take another one.
Yes.
No, I don't think so. Lawyers have more than one cases they answer to. I'm not a
Mr.
lawyer, but
Julius,
I know that
let,
one.
let me hear you out. So you are saying, now let's let the entire public get the picture of what you are saying. You
Mm-hmm.
are selling land and properties
Yes.
to people. There are issues with the land you are allocating. Rather than deal with the issues, you're still taking in more clients who have need for what they want to do with these properties or with their money. But they are expected to
Okay.
wait until you deal with your issues. Is that what you're saying?
So, Belinda, what Dr. Fred is simply saying is this. You see, uh, there are peculiarities in every business. In the business we have found ourselves, which is the landed property, it's not as easy as you have said. Now, you're selling one common product, land. If you buy property, let me assume in Ikorodu, and nobody wakes up to go and buy problem or problematic products. You do all the best, all the due diligence you can do. At the end of the day, you're told, oh, congratulations, you have a property. The problem of land, I don't know if you're hearing me. The
We
problem
can
of,
hear you.
yeah, most problem of landed properties don't happen at inception.
Can you hear me? I'm
If
sorry,
you
I
are,
lost you for a bit. I couldn't
yes,
hear
that's
He
why I
you.
was
said
wondering
something
if you're
that
hearing
is
me.
that is that is very valid. He said
Yeah.
most landed property issues don't happen at inception.
In short, you are lucky if your problem starts from inception, so you can keep your money.
Okay.
Yeah, most of the landed property issue, anybody who has bought land, as you know that it is where you have gone midway or you've gone very far. Somebody can wake up out of the blue and say, oh, my grandfather was the rightful owner of this place. Problem will start.
Mm-hmm.
Now, Belinda, if
Mm-hmm.
that is all I have, huh, I will, there is no way, if that is all I have, because answering your question, there is no way I can mitigate the issues on ground. The best thing for me to do is quickly look for alternative,
Okay.
because in the real estate business, you need to stay liquid. It's a business of capital. You need to
Okay.
stay liquid.
Mhm.
Now,
Okay,
if
let
I
me let me
buy
throw
the new
some light
property,
on this. I want to try to
I can no.
um
Let me land at the freeze. Sorry, sir. Sorry. So if I buy the new property, if I had 100 clients who were having issues in the previous one, I can take away. I can so let me move 50 to this location.
Can take those lights off.
As I move 50, I've solved 50 people's challenge. From the proceed of the 50 plus or acquired, let me also look for another location.
Not this
This
one.
is the
Okay.
best method.
Sorry, before you say anything else, I'm going to come a little hard on you, but first of all, I'm going to explain the real estate terrain in Lagos. Taste Buds, my wife, bought 6 acres of land in Ikorodu. She has all the land documents. One day we went there and we saw that they are still building house on it. They brought gun, they brought cutlass. We had to flee. When she bought that property, it was worth tens of thousands of US dollars. She has all the government. If you go there now, it has become a state. I remember when Abu Abel, my friend, came and was angry and ranting on social media that land of 1 point something billion was taken away from him and he has all the documents to the land, blah, 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 blah. Now, there are two sides to it. If you know that the Lagos real estate climate is like this, how do you secure your clients as a real estate company? Because a lot of people who are watching and commenting have never experienced real estate problem before. Many are abroad. Abroad, you just go, you buy land, you go and sleep. In Nigeria, you buy land, you go and be checking your land. One day you will go there and you see that they are erecting something there. You ask them, before you know it, you find yourself in court for 40 years. And while the two of you are in court, a third person goes and starts developing the land. How are you as a company assuring your clients in such a climate? The lawyer was saying something. She said, if you have taken money from 100 people, let's imagine you had 100 plots of land and you sold 100 plots of land to 100 people. But then 20 of the plots of land, you had issues because the Omonile woke up one day and said they are no longer selling their land again. How do you take care of those 20 people? How do you avoid oversubscription as a company? How do you create a shield, a sort of backdrop for your people, a sort of parachute that can open and protect your people when you are dealing in such a harsh real estate climate?
Okay, so let me thank you for your question. Well understood. I can tell you for free that if please that a journey since 2012 till 2025, we've learned better and we know better. We might have been victims 13 years ago, but we chose not to be victims again. We have new methods, operational methods. Now, in P1, there is nothing like overselling of property or land anymore. Because when you acquire a property, we have developed a formula that a certain percentage must be reserved for unforeseen, for unknown challenges. So we only sell the percentage that is apportioned for sale. And this, I can tell you, since we've started applying, has helped us a lot. Like I said, 13 years ago was 2012. We were just, P1 was just Johnny just come. But 30 years today, we can't be in that kind of practice anymore. Most of the problems you hear online today are problems of 13 years ago. The new problems, we are mitigating them immediately. And even the older ones, I can tell you for free, while we're discussing, today, properties that we sold to clients at 1 million, today we are going to buy properties with CFO at 10 million, 7, 8 million to swap them. That is the risk. That is one of the pain we go through now. Because the fact that anyone has paid you, you have to give them back their property. So I can tell you that we have nipped that challenge of overselling. No, 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 no. So if we acquire 100 plots, for example, out of that 100 plots, the management is advised to sell maybe 40 plots. Now, you might be wondering, why is 60 plots reserved? 60 plots reserved because you neither can tell what will happen to the 40 you sold. You neither can tell what can come. So, to reduce, if there are issues of, oh, we discovered that, oh, somebody bought one, you can easily mitigate
Okay.
overselling. So, yeah, thank you.
Okay, just to come in from a practical angle, yeah? I'm not sure, but let me ask, when did this man in question start calling your company out?
About May, 3 months ago, May, around May.
3 months ago. Okay.
Yeah, this is
And
May, June, July. Yeah.
okay, so 3 months. And you guys have taken him to filed petitions. There's a lot of issue. You're trying to salvage the situation. But you have clients who have neither been refunded nor allocated land in the last 13 years. Have you
We
thought
have.
about how that?
We have refunded some people,
No,
but
according to Mr. Julius here,
mm-hmm.
he
Yeah.
said there are still challenges. There are people who you haven't attended to their challenges for 13 years, even though you have nipped the issue. So if in 3 months you can see how worried and restless your organization is because somebody is calling you out, have you thought about the impact of neither having your money nor a land allocated in 13 years?
Okay,
Hmm.
let me take this.
Okay. Okay.
Number one, the notion that people have not been refunded, that is a lie. We have refunded people. For instance, if we decide to move you from one location to another, when we discover that a landed property has issue, when we want to move you and you refuse and request for your refund, we refund to you. We've done
So
that.
what issue, what challenge, and who are the people Mr. Julius is referring to that you haven't attended to their challenges in 13 years?
Depending, when I was speaking, I
So
spoke about less 20%,
let
an
me
It
average.
Dr.
doesn't
Fred,
matter
let
if
me
it's
come up. Let me
1%.
come up with that. Let
I'm
me come up
coming.
with that.
One person
Let
at
me
a
just
time.
answer
Who's
her.
going to answer? Who is going
Okay,
to
let me
answer?
just because she mentioned my name, let me just attend to that.
Yeah, it's
All
Now,
what you
right.
like I
said. I
did
just
mention,
repeated what you said.
yes, like I did mention, uh, I did mention that
Mm.
most of the issues of real estate doesn't appear from the initial stage. Some of these challenges we're having today, we didn't have them from the beginning. Policies came, new policies came, new government came.
And Mr.
Now, in
Julius,
the regime,
you would have to be more detailed when you say policies. Give examples.
okay, so
Yeah,
I'm coming down.
yeah.
In the regime of, let me use Lagos State. In the regime of the governor Babatunde Raji Fashola, in the regime of Raji Fashola, families were given what is known as a session gazette. Your family property can be gazetted, can be excised. You can apply. Families can apply, and they get. These are ways of perfecting their documentation. But after that regime, the regime of Governor Babajide Sanwo-Olu came with the government allocation. So, irrespective of whether you have filed for a cession in the past or not, this regime says you must apply to the government to get property. Are you getting me? So, we have areas whereby, okay, we have two properties maybe we bought from landowners. at a particular rate, you have to repay again. So I'm not
Is it?
saying that these properties, some of these policies came very hard on us, but even at that, we've not gone out there to cry to our customers that we are pulling out. We have decided to say, okay, we'll manage our issues and we'll make sure every customer is satisfied.
Okay. This doesn't answer the question, but I hear you.
Okay.
Mr. Fred.
Well, I think he answered to the best of uh, how to put it to you, because one, the interest of our client is the paramount thing. If they are not with us,
Because
we can't.
my question is was very simple, and it's still very simple. I am
Mm,
not refuting or disputing the fact that businesses have challenges. That's not what I'm saying. Just like your business has challenges, so do the clients have needs. And they
mm-hmm,
trusted your business enough to come to you to invest their money and get allocated a portion of land or portions of land, right? So, my question,
mm-hmm.
even though clearly unanswered, is how do you expect your clients who you haven't met their needs for whatever challenge there might be in the last 13 years to react to you when you, in just 3 months of being called out, are already very uneasy? That's still my question.
We are not very on ease. I think that's that word. We are not very on ease. If we were very on ease, hold on. We would have started that from day one. We had a plan. That was one of the elaboration I wanted to give. When
Okay.
we came on board, we gave ourselves a task to make sure that we clear off anything that has to do with allocation, documentation. Those are the two major things that we assigned to ourselves, that between now, that is January, and December 2027, we should be able to sort out everybody. That was the
Are
plan.
you
So it's
are you
not because,
so
hold
so
on,
okay.
it was not because Scott called us out that we started to do this. And between January and now, there are evidences of things that we have done, signifying
Um
that the plan we put in place for 1 year is working. Even though our president gave us 2 years, that we should clear off everything within the 2 years. So those who probably where we have
I can't hear you.
You have gone off. I think a call was coming in for him.
Yes. I don't know who is calling me this time. Okay, so we gave ourselves a mandate, a 1 year mandate, even though the board gave us 2 years, that we should sort out everything that has to do with allocation, documentation. That was a mandate for 2 years. But we gave ourselves 1 year between January and December to be able to do this. So it's not because Scott came to call us out that we started working. Now,
Coming.
the network marketing system is not like the normal advertisement agencies, whereas a network marketer is not supposed to actually do publicity because it's a word of mouth, one on one. And that is where commission comes from. So the money you would have used to pay for commission, you are using it to advertise. So because of the fact that we are not throwing all these things out there, it makes it look that like we are not doing anything, which is one of the things that probably we have resorted now that we must do. Because some of the clients that we have satisfied that we were owing landed properties before, they have gotten their allocations. And some of the things, even though we've not seen the list, it is possible that among this list that of petitions that Scot Iguma wrote, some of them, one, may not be true, may not be real. Some we would have sorted out. So the question here is that, are we doing something? The answer is yes. Did we admit that we have some allocation issue? The answer is yes. Are we going to sort them out? The answer is yes. Do you have a plan in place to do this? The answer is yes. And we are doing that. If I
Okay.
have to
Belinda,
criticize you, I must criticize you first if I have spoken to you or I've gotten enough information about you. If it is not a personal vendetta, I would do that constructively. In this case, it was not constructive at all. In the sense that when we stretched our hand to say, please, come and let us look at what you have, we can sort them out. All of this wouldn't have, nobody would have even heard about this. Nobody. But he bluntly refused, not once, not twice. Like I said, we don't do things verbally. We do them in writing. So the evidences are there. So for
Belinda, are you
me, the
satisfied with the
investors,
answer?
They have spoken.
come on now.
Lawyer.
They have
Lawyer.
spoken.
My lawyer says she's not fully happy with your answer. So people have to
And
work
the
hard. I
question
want
is
to
the
say
question
something.
is
Would you say, apart from what you consider to be threats and all, would
Yes.
you say Scott calling you out has helped streamline your business in such a way that you are now more attuned with the pain of, according to you, some of your clients who were not satisfied with the allocation process of your company?
We have always been. We have always been. That is why you see us communicating with these people. We have always been.
Mr.
We know
Mr.
that if you
Julius.
receive money from somebody and you've not delivered on your promises, we know the weight it carries. So it's not as if we will sleep and relax that, oh, there are challenges, so just relax and do nothing. That was why we put an action plan in place. If we do not have the feelings for that and we are pursuing just money, we wouldn't do that.
Okay, Mr. Julius, from your last statement or the statement before you answered that decreases question, you explained that your board or the board of your company decided in January this year to deal with the issues of allocation. The board gave you guys 2 years, but your inner team has decided to tackle that in 1 year. Is that correct?
Yes.
Sure,
Okay,
we're
so
working on that.
how come you are dealing with the issue of allocation 13 years after you have been in business? What have you been doing all this while?
It's not 13
Belinda,
years problem, Linda.
Belinda, our
It's
business
not
is
13 years problem.
peculiar. The real estate business is peculiar. You see, we don't pray for unforeseen. We've had, okay, let me give you a practical illustration. We could you could also see the problem of the coastal road. Who would have thought that the coastal road issue
Expatiate. What is the problem
now
of the coastal road? Nobody on
Exactly.
the
now
line. If they have
Some of the
started the problem,
properties we bought,
call them.
some
Let
of
them
the
also come and take
properties
their
we
own
bought
share.
that even
I get
have
you.
a CFO, some of the properties we bought that has CFO that fall within the coastal road today have been taken away. And I saw a publication that says that every people should stay away from the coastal road corridor. What does that mean? We may have allocated to these people, and now here it is. We find ourselves.
Your
You have a
properties that
CFO.
were taken as a result of the coastal road, were you
Yeah.
compensated for that by the government?
No,
No, no, no, no,
no.
no, 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 no.
Now, those are some of the things that are emanating into this.
So those are some of the
So we
peculiarities that you are talking about.
thank
Yes,
you, Daddy Freeze, thank you. So
that's
you
it.
Oh wow.
we bear the brunt. Who do we? That's why I used the word initially. I said, who do we cry to?
There's a property I
All that.
have in Uyo. I have all the documents certified.
Wait,
Only
hold on
for
one
one
second.
day
Let's not
to be
rush into
called
this.
that I should come on the coastal road pass through the estate. 12 plus gone.
Okay.
I have to now look
Mr.
for another solution to satisfy those 12 clients. Is it going to be free? Will I charge the clients again? No.
Um,
Hey, hey,
okay.
Belinda, over
Yes,
to
Daddy
you.
Freeze. Firstly, I did see somebody mention something on insurance. Are your
Thank
properties
you.
insured?
Property insured? No.
That's number one. Number two, I do have clients that were compensated by the government on the coastal road. So how come you guys are not compensated?
Well, we
Is
have,
your due diligence and everything required of you done and complete? Because that's the only reason why the government will not compensate you in the
I
first
just
place.
told you that, I have a property. P1 Ever has a property. P1 Home has properties. P1 Plus have properties that fall within the coastal road. We do not anticipate that. The compensation you are talking about is you write, you apply, you wait. As of today,
Okay,
as
so
we
it.
speak,
Okay,
no
okay. I now
compensation
understand.
has come to
You
us.
have not yet been compensated,
Ye-
but you may be compensated soon.
We don't know.
Maybe,
We can't say
maybe.
may because there is no correspondence yet.
Okay.
No
Let me
response,
throw some
rather.
light on that. From my understanding of property, the highest, most absolute title on a property is certification or certificate of occupancy.
Occupancy.
No,
Once you
it's
have
not.
that,
That's not the highest.
there's
The
another
highest,
one.
the highest document in any property is governor's consent. That's the
So, did you have
that's
governor's
the
consent
Okay.
highest.
for that coastal road property that they took away from you?
We have three or four.
Okay.
I don't understand again.
If you are
Belinda,
if you
over
are
to
a
you.
real estate if you are a real estate owner, when you buy a property that has a CFO, when you say to your clients, when a client want to resell for value sake, they can go and do their governor's consent. A governor's consent is a stamp that indicates that I'm aware of this transaction. Belinda, you know that, I believe.
Yes, I do. Go on.
So let me
Okay.
let me let me
I
let
want
me
one
also throw
person to
like
come
that. Daddy
down
Freeze.
for
Let me
five
okay.
minutes. I
Mhm.
want to bring someone to ask a few real estate questions. He's my
Okay.
friend Moren KG. He owns water parks. He said he wants to ask some questions. So I just want to bring him up for a few minutes and let's see at least real estate to real estate. Because me and Belinda, at the end of the day, Belinda is a lawyer. Me, I'm a presenter. Let's bring someone who understands the parlance, the real estate network. Sorry, network is. I'm waiting for him to give me a go ahead. Once he's ready, so he can bring. We'll just give him 5 minutes. Okay, I think he's ready.
Okay, I think he's ready.
Um,
Okay, so Daddy Freeze, I'll
okay.
go down. So we
Do you
can.
want to be the one to go down?
I don't know any one of them. I don't know anybody you
Okay.
decide.
Anybody who okay, go down just 5 minutes, then come back up because I need you here. You
Okay.
understand? So he's just gonna
Yeah.
come, ask his questions, state his observations, and then you're gonna come and we continue from there.
All right, that is yeah.
All right, so Moron KG Giwa, KG Giwa,
Okay. Yeah. It's nice.
KG Giwa. Now, a lot of people are saying bring a victim. I don't know. I know KG. If he says
Hello.
anything, I can go to his house and go
KJ,
and
how are
hold him.
you?
I'm very well, thank you. Very, very
Uh-huh.
well. That is peace.
KG
Good
Baba, how are
evening,
you
that is
doing?
peace. I'm good, oh, I'm good. Thank you very much for inviting me. Appreciate it.
You are
You
most
know,
welcome. So this is your
yeah.
terrain. Last time I checked, you have thousands of acres too as a real estate
Yeah,
developer. So
yeah,
please,
we're
what are
trying
your
small.
questions?
Okay, I think I'll go straight to it because the truth of the matter is I understand where P1 real estate is coming from, and before anybody attacks, I will explain. Me, I like to be unbiased, and I like to look at be realistic in terms of what we're facing here. So a typical example is a land that I got. In fact, where we are. The Giwa Gardens Water Park. There is a C of O certificate of occupancy. I'm currently in the process of getting my governor consent, like you mentioned, and however, the entire land is 15 hectares of land, and a lot of work has not basically, apart from us, no major construction work has been done, and the
Remember.
original family are coming back and saying after 15 years they want to claim the land back, and that is now causing some altercation and stuff like that. And it's not almost every land I have bought, either the landowners will come or the government will say that they are relocating reallocation of land for all these things. So I think the most important thing, and I think to me, this is from looking at it from an outsider and somebody that's an insider: transparency and knowledge of the risk involved. And somebody said over here that KG2 is still owing. And me, I'll put my hands up right now as I'm talking to you. I am just like you guys. I also have challenges with my investors. Yeah. The only difference is I can show you where their money is. Their money is in the water park. We just need to be profitable so we can pay them. Their money is in Lekki Party Villa. We just need to be profitable so we can pay them. You get my point? So, but nobody will say that, oh, there's nothing to deliver. I hope it makes sense. So, and one of the things that I did, which was very important, and I think this is where I think a question needs to be asked: what level of transparency is exposed to the buyer and the knowledge of the risk involved? Because the truth of the matter is, and we will all admit to this, I can buy a land and everything seems perfect in this Lagos, at least that I know. And down the line, I find out that even with my C of O, maybe somebody who was in a particular position got the C of O but did not pay for that C of O. Then they will now wake up and come and tell you that you have to come and pay for it. If not, you are in trouble. Or maybe the original family that sold the land, they gave you everything. Then maybe that family is dead. Another family comes up and they're now trying to make sure they're trying to chop where they have not, what do you call it, and they bring all that stuff up. So when you look at it from this perspective, the major issue, and from what I'm seeing, is if in the terms and conditions it says this land you are buying, we've done all the due diligence to make sure that this works. However, these are the potential risks that could lead to X, Y. I think is it. And in the event that it happens, this is what will happen. I
Okay. So I understand where KG is
KG.
coming from.
Yeah.
What
as
is the
possible,
level of
and they
your
have done it is obvious
transparency?
to the
Transparency
buyers.
and risk. Okay, so
99.9% of the time, all of these problems that we're having will not
K-
happen, because no matter how much due diligence you do,
I think his network is,
it's network. So let me.
or
Okay, I
maybe
would
he
have
got
loved
a
him to
call.
listen.
is to get, and I think that is as transparent as the question.
Okay,
Because somebody not
so
see that something that is.
okay, KG, thank you so much. I sincerely want to appreciate your view on
Is the
this
network
subject.
bad?
Yeah, thank you. Can you hear me?
You can hear you.
Thank you. I want to say thank you to KG again. Once, thank you. Now, just to answer the issue of the transparency and also telling the customers the level of risk we go to. Now, let me date back. Now, 2012, when P1 began, P1 brought a new wave of real estate business to Lagos State in real estate industry. Unlike the old practice, where you see agents and vendors fighting over 10 people fighting over commissions and the rest. P1 brought the real estate network marketing model, whereby everybody is satisfied at the end of the day. Now, back then, I can tell you that much wasn't known as of today. Back then, it was like a roller coaster. Oh, we don't envisage any risk. But as time begins to go on, we start receiving bass. I can tell you, as the group managing director today, that if I present to you my pre-contract land sale form, everything you have said here is explained there. What happens if XYZ happens? There are clauses
For the entire group, Julius, I think.
for the entire. That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying for the group. That what happens if we go through this? We have a swap option. What if you are not okay with the swap option? We'll refund you back. There's a refund policy. We'll refund you back your money. So I can tell you, KG, that from 2012 to now, a lot of improvement has come to. That's why I was saying that most of the challenges we're still having are challenges that we never envisaged at the beginning. But again, like I said, the model P1 brought to the real estate marketing also, for everything that has its advantage, there will be some disadvantage you get. So we are making sure that we balance, and I can tell you as at today, that equation is well balanced. So customers know that any customer buying from P1 Group now knows that yes, my money is not missing. Even though if there are challenges here, I have the option of this. This is not the case of, oh, I can't get my money back. No, no, no.
Okay, so one last question. So if we, I think and I think this brings us directly to the main issue here. I don't know how many petitions are signed, but I think it's like in excess of 100 and something. And these people are saying, hey, you know what? I gave P1 XYZ. I've not been allocated my land. And then you have Scot Iguma, obviously trying to petition for this, basically being an activist for that. Is there a reason? And the reason why I'm saying this is because I also was called out and I also had to
Mhm.
address that as well. Is there a reason why there hasn't been a dialogue between, because once again, this is where transparency comes in and also knowledge. Once people are in knowledge of something, right now people don't know. People believe that I've given you money for land, I should get my land, but they don't understand the risk associated to it. Is there a reason why there hasn't been a dialogue with Scott Iguma and these victims? It's almost like this, and then that way there is that knowledge sharing, that awareness of the industry, so that people can understand that, oh, okay, oh, this is the challenges we have had, oh. This 100 or something people, this is exactly what happened to them. Oh, because that's what happened to me. People, I brought up my contracts and I said, this is my contract, read my contract. Can you see what's in my contract? Okay, good. Now, these people own a stake in this. And they have to allow it. First of all, it took me 2 years to build. Now, 1 year of making sales. I need to be profitable. When we're profitable, we would be able to give people their shares. But people that want a refund, will work towards refunding them now. And we had that, and it was okay. Does that mean everybody's happy? No. There are still some people that are angry. And that's the reality, because you don't know where the pain is affecting people. People need their money right now. Economy is not hard.
Yeah,
So it's not
yeah.
easy. Yeah. So is there a reason why there hasn't been a dialogue, which I strongly advise, where you can answer the difficult questions. People will point fingers at you. People will call you names. But at least that transparency and that awareness that the whole Nigerian population can understand that you are doing your best. You are doing everything possible, but you can't control the situation. You can't control that other situation. Just like you talked about the coastal road. You know, I have land there. My heart was beating bang, 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 bang. When we weren't sure if they were going to be out approval
KG,
and stuff like
my
that.
house is
Yeah.
down the
So
road from the coastal. My house from
ah,
my house.
yeah, go on.
I think his network has
Network.
frozen him. Yes.
Sorry,
Yeah.
network
Ah,
was bad. From my house to the
yes, yes,
coastal
go.
road is a 3 minute
Mhm.
walk.
Ah, so your
When they
heart to be beating
said the
now.
coastal road was coming, my heart was doing like this.
I
Okay.
mean,
KG, let me
so
answer that. Let me
yeah.
answer that question you ask.
Hmm.
KG,
There is
finish your
only
after
a
this. Ask
room.
your question so I can bring Belinda back.
Okay,
There
good,
is
good.
always a room for dialogue, and that was the reason why
Hmm.
when this issue came up through Scott, we stepped forward with an olive branch to invite him for a dialogue, which he refused, not once, not twice. It was like I started with when it was now an issue of life, threatening life. That was when we went to the police to lay a complaint that, look, oh, we don't have a hand in any threat over his life, over what he's doing. We've invited him to come so that we can dialogue. The police said, okay, in that case, let's invite him so that we can, be the mediator. They ask him submit the petition they wrote to you so that we can sit down and look at them with the company. And he disappeared. So we've made effort, to be able to sit down with him, just like what we are doing now, for other people to hear us out. We would have loved a situation where if he give us the name, the need is to find a solution, isn't it? We'll call out the
Mm.
people. Look, we
You
saw
see,
your petition.
this particular
Please come
place,
over and let us sit down so that we can see face to face. There was
I want to
nothing
say
like that.
something.
He
Sorry, sir.
refused.
Me, as you are explaining to me, is making
Yes.
sense. The only part that is not making sense is that Scott is still behind bars.
He
That
Mm.
will
one,
come.
I no agree. That one,
He will come.
free
He will come
Scott.
out. We are not happy that he's there.
When is he coming out? When is Scott Iguma coming out?
When the court has fixed Monday for hearing, so
What are
it
you
was
people
Is
doing
even
there a
about
on
way it can
bringing
be
back?
Wednesday.
out before Monday? Because I'll tell you, see, from a PR perspective, if that guy should come out on Monday, he will look as if that was the plan to leave him there for a few days and suffer. Now,
We
when he
never
comes
had.
out, whatever he says, everyone is going to believe it. So you need to
100%.
be, yeah, you need to, on your own side right now, be campaigning for his release and be showing that you are campaigning for his release. And even if Scott did not come on the social on your on you invite you on his page, you should have invited your own customers on your page and had a live and addressed those issues, so that way there are two sides to a story. I don't know if it makes sense, but right now one thing is very clear from a PR perspective, and I would say this: Nigerians, we know one thing I'm learning, because I don't know if you guys knew I had an incident in my
We are
water park in
we are
2023
learning
where
since.
it got shut down, and my eye popped out. I lost hundreds of millions of naira. Nigerians know how to bring a brand down. Once Nigerians are against you, it's not funny at all. So right now, the campaign, I don't even think you should be defending yourself right now. You should be saying, you know what, we don't have a hand in this arrest with Scott, and we totally disagree with his unlawful arrest, and we are campaigning
Thank
to make sure he's
you.
released. That is number one right now. That is number one. Then that way everybody can basically look at you and say, okay, this is seems as if this is just there must be some multiplication. It hasn't got anything to do with you. Then once it's released, straight away a PR campaign where customers that are aggrieved and yourself and Scott Iguma are talking. Answer the difficult questions. Let them point fingers at you, but be transparent. I promise you, overnight things will change.
Hmm.
KG, thank you
Coming
so
from
much.
a
You
real
see,
estate to a real estate, you know me, I don't know anything.
the the issue of can I be honest with you? If I
Yeah.
don't know, before you joined us, I said it here. We are not happy that Scott is been
Was
detained
detained.
or
But
was
that's not what we
detained.
wanted.
Currently, the matter is in court. But again, Monday has been fixed for now. The matter in court. We also are hopeful that by Monday, everything possible we can do as a brand will equally do to make him come out. We're not against him. Don't
Please say
forget
that
what
again so
took
everybody
us.
can hear,
I
and we
am
will hold
saying,
you to it.
I am saying, on behalf
Okay?
of the management of P1 Group, that we are not happy that he is going through this experience. We wanted, that is all we were out for. Now, the matter is no longer in our hands, it's in the courts. And we're made to understand that Monday has been fixed for hearing. I am saying that as a management, we are also ready to provide any assistance to get Scott out of that place. And that I can tell you we are going to do. I am there, Dr. Fred is there, and other senior executives that are not even on this platform. We're going to. Scott is not our enemy.
Have you guys gone
We
to
do
see
not
him?
befriend.
Have you guys gone to visit
Thank
him?
you.
We
I've-
tend to. We haven't, but we tend to.
When? Because
We
tomorrow
have
is
made plans.
Saturday.
We have made
We
plans. We
made
have
plans
made
to go there.
plans to go and see him. We have made
Okay.
plans to go and see him.
Even
So that
the president herself wants to go and see him to let him know that we are not against him. We are not interested in prosecution or anything.
I can even tell you, by God's grace, we would go and see him. I know that. So there's plan already to go and see him. Yes, this is not our making. This is not our expectation. But be it as it may, we want him out. He's human.
Can I suggest when you do visit him, you publicize that and probably, if it's possible,
I
have a
will.
good
They will
photo with
take
him.
video. You will see it on my page.
Yeah.
Because
Mm.
No problem.
me, I'm all for. Here's what I'm not for bashing any side. I am for one. Whether you like it or not, P1 employs. How many people do you employ?
Ah.
Over 1,000 people are on that
Give me a
Staff
payroll.
rough
staff is
estimate.
over 1,000. Then
Those are
plus
livelihoods and jobs.
and you're
In
talking
this
about
economy,
400,000 marketers. Well over
okay,
400.
400,000 marketers, direct and indirect, 1,000 people directly
More than
in this
1,000
economy.
staff employed,
More than
yes. More than 1,000 staff
more
employed.
than 1,000 staff.
Yes,
So I
excluding
don't
excluding the
want
managing
P1.
directors and the executive directors of each company, 64 times 2.
Okay. Now here's what I wanted to say.
Yes.
I don't want me coming to wish P1 to shut P1 down. It means me wanting 1,000 people to be on the street looking for work, and there's no work. I cannot
Mm,
employ them.
mm,
The whole staff in
mm.
my house is not more than 10. So if I want to employ, maybe I can employ another 10. The remaining 990, who we employ them? One problem on the side. I don't want Scot Iguma to be in prison, and I support Scot Iguma. The first time I met Scot Iguma physically in my life, it was at KG's water park. This KG that you are seeing here. I took a video with Scot Iguma, and I told him that day, and I'll say it again, I love what he's doing.
Same here.
In
I agree.
every industry, when the standards organizations have failed to sanitize, somebody rises to
Has to rise.
sanitize.
We agree with that. We are not against
That is
that.
what I did in the church. When I saw that pastors were just doing what they liked, I called them out. And people ask me, Daddy Freeze, why are you? Because there's no check and balance. A pastor can come today and sell you water and tell you that water will take you to heaven. A pastor can wake up tomorrow and say he has 6 plots of land in heaven to sell. No standards. And the people that are supposed to be watching over them have done nothing. So here is what I want from this. I want, number one, I do not want PWAN to go down. Nigeria cannot afford 1,000 direct job losses and another 400,000 indirect ones. I want Scott to continue with his work. His work is a beneficial work to Nigeria, and I'll be a liar if I stand here and I say I'm not enjoying him. I'm his fan. Myself, I do PWAN real estate cup. I follow them do them. Number three, I want every client of PWAN to be satisfied. 80% over 100 is good, but not good enough. How do we have 100 over 100 or 99.9 over 100? DNA is 99. When DNA gives you results, say it's 99.999, it means that it is not 100, but it's almost 100. How does PWAN ensure, and this is done through one, proper transparent communication channels as suggested by KG. This is what we are doing with your money. Because they built the coastal road, we've lost some properties. Because Omonile woke up and said that they no longer are giving us this property, we lost some properties. Because the family that sold to us in 2013 have now decided that that land they sold to us for 5,000 naira, they can now see that the land is 50 million naira. They're not sell again. No. How do we streamline the communication between PWAN and its clients? How do we make sure that the number of unsatisfied clients from 15-20% drops to as low as 2 to 3%? One problem: the customer is right. Some say the customer is always right. Of course, there's an adage that says in matters of taste. I know we cut that one out, but the customer is always right. So we have one problem: how do we satisfy the customer? We have a second problem: how do we preserve PWAN? And we have a third problem: how do we free Scot Iguma and encourage him to continue being the police of that industry space? Because trust me, the level of issues I'm seeing, not just PWAN, it's not just, I don't think there's any real estate company now in Nigeria that can say it has more than 70 to 80% success. It is like it is a norm.
Yes.
And it has become a norm, but we refuse to accept it. That's why we're behind Scott. So these are the three things I want. Making sure the company is preserved, so jobs and its contribution to the economy are preserved. Making sure Scott is free and he has free hand to do what he's doing and is achieving results. And three, making sure the clients are satisfied. If I can get those three things, I am happy. I don't know if there's any other thing KG wants to add, so he can add, and I bring my lawyer back.
Okay,
Yeah, I
Free.
think me I'll
You
end.
have,
I'll just add. I end with this. If tomorrow Scott Iguma calls me out, I'll be a very happy man. Why? Because I will tell you this, right? This is factual truth. The time he called me out and I came out and addressed the issue, I sold 5 more units based on that transparency. 5 people contacted me directly on Instagram, came to see my Canadian, and they paid minimum $375,000 each before God and man. Me, I pray to God that transparency continues because of the value it gives. Now, when I had water issue at an estate and I didn't have water, and I called it out, and Scott Iguma ran with it, many people called me and said, "Where is that estate? Because I'm about to buy XYZ, and if it's this estate, I am not going to buy there." This is the power of influence. Another thing is, majority of your customers, and you may not know this, with the highest net worth are Nigerians in diaspora. We are sentimental. I'm a Nigerian in diaspora. We are sentimental about Nigeria. We want to come home and invest. Me, I'm one of the few that have come home and are facing the wahala and still thriving. These Nigerians want to put their money. I mean, when you think about it, it's what about $25 billion dollars that is remitted to Nigeria. 30% of that money goes into real estate. This is actual factual statistics. More revenue than we are making on oil. Nigerians in diaspora are the lifeblood of this country. Now,
Sabio, Dr. John
so
J. I dey hail my Sama
sorry.
baby. These are my Nigerians in diaspora. See, make I hail them. They say now
I
na be
think
our blood.
so. The ability to build trust, create a strong level of transparency for us would allow us to freely continue to pump money into this industry, and you guys will succeed and you will thrive. And but for that to happen, we need people like Scott Iguma, and we need them protected, and we want to be able to be answerable to them. In fact, we want the fear of God to be in us when we hear their name. Why? Because we want to make sure that we need to understand that credibility and integrity is the only currency
Hey,
that will keep you
network does not
wealthy.
want.
Thank you, KG.
Yeah.
Thank you.
So me,
Thank
I'm
you.
done. I'm done.
I have
Thank you
I
very
have one
much
KG,
for your
before you leave. Before you
contribution. We
leave,
appreciate you.
Yeah.
I have one request for you and Daddy Freeze.
Mm.
I've listened to both of you asking us to consider the customers in the areas of transparency, in the areas of satisfaction, and also uh, helping to make sure that Scott is out of this. I also want to enjoy, if I want to request from you people, it looks like or it sounds like you already have a good rapport with Scott. Well, we do not know his reasons for refusing to listen to us. I also want to give you guys this assignment to do, please. We are not hostile. We are humans, we are Nigerians, we are not from Niger Republic, we are not from the same challenge, the same basketballs KG is going through, the same basketballs that the freeze is going through is the same basketballs we're going through. So, for us to also, for him to run an effective, like you said, he called you out, you came, you addressed things with him, and things went well. That was what we were looking for.
mm,
Show us our probe, tell us where we're faulty. I'm a Yoruba man. There's an adage that says, "Leleni de nipa kweni," but you can see the back of another person's head, but you can't see the back of your own.
mm.
Yes. So if you are seeing the back of my head, and I'm saying, please, what did you see? And you're telling me, please, get away. Won't get to. So I'm putting it to you, KG, under the fish that, yes, we'll come out of this struggle. But again, let us have a fellowship so that this campaign, this office of his can be more productive too. Thank you.
Can I suggest
KG,
you go carry food and drink to wherever he is tomorrow and
KG, KG,
fellowship with him?
KG,
Yeah.
KG, I will see him tomorrow.
Okay,
We'll
good.
see him.
I and if you I will see
Mhm.
him tomorrow.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's not a problem.
no
Yes.
worries. I think I'm good.
Yes.
Daddy, please, thank you. God bless.
KG, God bless you. Thank you, thank you,
Thank you
thank you,
very much.
thank you.
No worries.
It's
All
always
right.
refreshing to have a colleague in your industry because all these things I don't understand them. So I'm glad KG came and threw some light on that. And I'm glad he has also had his own experience. The first time I saw Scott was at his water parks. This guy owns the biggest water parks in Nigeria.
Yeah,
I don't know if you've heard of it.
we've
Giwa
been there.
Gardens.
I've been there.
Giwa Gardens Water Park. He owns it. He runs it. So he must have also dealt because he has, if you see the amount of construction going on, and yes, it is with shareholders' money and all that. So he also experienced. Let me bring Belinda back so we can end. Um, so I think that will also help. A lot more education. You see, until you guys came, I was very angry with PWAN because I just felt you guys just went to bully that guy because the guy now get power and I just use power. But as you are explaining, I'm beginning to sympathize with what it takes to do business, not with you people, but with what it takes to do business in Nigeria. Because Nigeria is not a normal place unless we want to start lying to ourselves. Nigeria, because how do they sell land to you today and they unsell it tomorrow? Nigeria is the only place where they unsell things. And they don't unsell it the next day. They unsell it 13 years later. Imagine someone that bought my car 13 years ago. I now go and say, I'm not selling the car again. Where is my car? But no problem it will be. And government wakes up one day and says, okay, this is coastal road. Was never in the plan before, because if it was in the plan, you will not have CFO. And all of a sudden, your CFO becomes a worthless piece of paper. And your land in Lekki that is worth 300 million, they are now relocating you to Ikorodu. So Nigeria is not a normal place. And doing business here, just watching you guys, makes me more scared. I shared my final thoughts. You know, I was eating granuts listening to you. I don't want to put mouth because I don't know I'm real estate, no be waiting I sabi. And we had over almost at the point we got to 1,000 people. Right now we have still over 900 people. We've had 900 people watching us consistently from the beginning of this. Mm-hmm. I reiterate my 3 points before I hand over to Belinda, who would ask her questions, make her versions, and then close the day. 3 things. How do you keep PWAN afloat to secure jobs and the economy? How do you free Scot Iguma and encourage him to do what he's doing and be transparent to him and accountable to his kind? And how do you make your customers happy in such a way that we don't have complaints? Belinda, I hand over to you.
Okay, maybe they should answer the question you asked. Yeah.
We've answered the question. I thought maybe you were
Okay,
looking at the
because I
background.
was.
Okay, let
We've
me let
answered the
me
question. Okay, let me just reiterate what I said
Okay.
to that. Like I said, and I also made a singular request from Daddy Freeze, which you have not also answered, sir, Daddy Freeze, before you
It
leave.
was Giwa that knows him, Okeji.
Okay.
Okeji is the one
So,
that knows Scott.
okay.
I don't know Scott. Never, only met him before once in my life at KG's water
Yeah,
park.
but again, you stand a chance to also, as a
Oh, I'm with,
senior,
in this matter,
yes.
I'm not with PWAN, I'm with Scott. Oh.
So you stand, like, my request is our request is simple. Like I said, we are not a hostile family. We also wanted that rapport to make his campaign very smooth and more productive. But things went sour. And like I said, as an organization, we'll do the best. The matter is in court, but we'll also do our best to support in making sure that Scott is out. Now, again, my singular request is, because of this and what KG also said, that please, we want him, we're not against him. All we wanted for was that rapport. And I'll keep saying it. We're not we've extended ends of fellowship, and he has refused several times for reasons best known to him. But again, like you said, we all have to. He's human. We're human. We're Nigerians. He's Nigerian. So we're not against ourselves. I will never be. And P1 does not represent that at all. P1 does not represent that. Thank you.
Okay. Not to take everybody back. Not to take everybody back. I would give my conclusions, but I do have a question quickly. Are you aware of any statement or publishing released by the Security and Exchange Commission about your organization?
if
Sure.
we what come again.
Are you aware of any
That was
statement?
long ago.
Yeah, we're
That
aware.
was
When you
about
say the
3 months
statements,
ago.
maybe 3 months ago is not exactly long ago. The statements calling you guys a Ponzi scheme
No,
by,
they didn't call us a Ponzi scheme. I think we're getting this wrong.
okay, please
Like,
expatiate.
like, they are operating like. That's
Okay.
what I saw. I didn't see that they are Ponzi scheme because there are two different things here.
Mm. Okay, but
And
in that light, that's a negative statement on
Mhm.
the image of your company, on the image of your organization.
Okay, so
What
what's
do
the
you have to
question?
say about that? I'm saying, what do you have to say about that? Because the Security and Exchange Commission is a Nigerian parastatal and it
Hmm.
ensures regulation of industries. So, what do you have to say on the comments by such an organization to your company?
so, Belinda, very simple. Just like Dr. Fresh said, SEC said like, use the word like, and that gives us the opportunity to reach out to them to explain
Okay.
the nature
They,
of our
they, they,
business, our modus operandi. Are you getting me? That gave us the room to go and explain to them this is how we operate. We are
Okay.
not competing with the investment companies or whatever. We are a land property business practitioners. We're not into, and this is what we do. So, for them using
No.
the word like, we have to clear the like. Yes.
Yes. You cleared the like with SEC, but that like is
Yes.
still in doubt. So how are you
okay, okay.
not
Let
operating
me,
like a Ponzi scheme?
okay. Let me come in here
Yes, sir.
because
Please
I
explain. Oh,
was, I was
Mm.
among the team that went for
Yes,
this
sir.
journey,
Yes, sir.
and there are certain things they requested of us, which we have provided.
Okay.
There are
Like
things
what?
they requested of us, evidence of what we do, which we have
Okay.
given. But like I said, anything that has to
Sorry,
do with,
after giving them the evidence, did they retract the statement?
they
They're still
haven't.
working on that.
They are. I wouldn't say they are slow, but I would say that they are working on them because one of the things they requested for was I don't think I should even go into this because truthfully
It's
speaking,
still with them.
it's with them. I
It's
don't
still
want a situation
confidential.
where we
It's,
cite them
um,
again because one,
um,
when they
sorry,
when
hold.
they when they
As a
saw a
lawyer,
publication
I'm
that
sure
we
she
made,
understands when the matter is
they
before
were
somebody,
angry
you
with
don't
us
discuss
that
it.
we shouldn't make that until they finish their investigation. So I don't want us
so
to
that's
say
okay.
things here
So we
that
don't
is
Okay.
going to
prejudice the
infuriate.
investigation.
Yes, please. I don't
That's
want to
that's okay. We're
drive.
not going to prejudice the situation. In the
Thank you.
interim, while we are waiting for the outcome, is it safe for the general public and everyone on this live to still agree with the statement of the Security and Exchange Commission that P1 Group is operating like a Ponzi scheme?
Do
Is it
you
safe for us
agree
Belinda,
to?
no.
yourself?
Capital.
I'm
Yourself
asking.
that is
Capital, no.
asking the question. Do
I'm
you
asking.
agree?
Belinda, capital, no. Capital,
Okay, so you
no,
do not
no,
agree
no.
with the SEC.
We do. That's why we've gone to explain what we do. If we
Okay.
had agreed, we won't go to explain what we do.
Okay, no problem. So we would
Yes.
wait
Thank
till
you.
the investigation is concluded and
No
maybe,
problem.
Yes.
hopefully, the statement is retracted. In the interim,
No problem.
we would rather deal with SEC, which is a government organization, and their statements as opposed to you guys until the investigation is complete.
Of
Thank
Safe
course,
you.
to
it's in
say.
the public space already, so there's nothing to hide.
Okay, no, I just wanted to point that out because a lot of people are not aware that the SEC made this
God bless you for that question,
statement.
Belinda.
Thank you, Daddy Freeze. Then my final comments, if that's where we're ending, is to say that I see you guys, I hear your struggles. I am not against you. I'm just asking the right questions. So I'm not here
Of
fighting
course.
against you or fighting for
No,
somebody. We just need clarity, and clarity comes with on two sides. I agree with you that it would be wrong if the young man, Scott, did not reach out to you guys because first, before coming out to the public, because you do have the right to fair hearing. Odi or Tarim pattern is a principle of natural justice you're entitled to it, at least to say something about what's going on. So I hear you. And you have the right to charge him or anyone else to court where you feel aggrieved on any issue. But since you came here and this matter is right under the Freeze's life, I'm here to just ask questions all around. So I'm not against you. I wish you good luck as you proceed. If I want to purchase a land, I don't know if you will be the best people I would conduct. So I would wait for SEC consult. I'll wait for SEC to come out with the outcome of their investigation, and that would help me and many others make an informed decision. So
Belinda,
all the
people
best.
are still purchasing properties
I
even
am not
to this
people.
moment.
I am not
Okay.
people. I'm a lawyer.
No,
I would want to say
so
that
so
I'm
uh,
quite.
so I'm just using my prowess as a marketer to you to extend that fellowship that yes,
Okay, I would
you can
decide
do
to wait
business
for
with
the
us.
investigation, the outcome
No
of the investigation
problem.
from
You
SEC. Yes.
we won't push
So
you further. No
all
problem.
the best. Take it easy
Thank you.
and
No
do the
problem.
best you can to be more transparent and
No
accountable.
problem.
Nigeria is
No
hard
Thank you
for
very,
problem.
you, it's hard for your customers as well. So,
thank you very
yeah.
much.
Oh, yeah.
Thank you, Belinda.
We
God bless you,
appreciate your
Daddy
Belinda.
comment.
Fish,
God
thank
bless
you.
you.
Yeah,
Okay.
no
God bless you,
problem. All the
Belinda. Thank you
Thank you
best.
so
for
All the
the
much.
for
best.
the questions because they
No
clear a lot of
problem.
things. Yeah.
Yeah.
No problem.
We
When
No
they
appreciate
problem.
you.
called me and said they want to come to my live, I said I want a lawyer there because I want to be as balanced legally as possible. And the only lawyer that I thought of was Belinda and, of course, Wally. But I think Wally is a bit busy right now. And Belinda has done a massive job. I could not have done it better without her. I've told you my 3 issues. A lot of people are saying, why do you want PWAN to continue in business? I don't have the capacity to employ 1,000 people. Do you know the level of unemployment in Nigeria today? You want to add 1,000 people more? They go carry gun the Lekki Ekpe Expressway they obtain now. So if a company has done 80% and failed 20%, I think what the company needs is to be streamlined, to be cross-checked, to be regulated, to be properly structured in such a way that there's client satisfaction. Instead of closing it down, let there be client satisfaction. It's not like you've only delivered 2% of what you promised. Then that is a problem. Then that company does not need to exist. But since you, according to your claim, have done 80 to
80 to 85.
85% customer satisfaction, then I think what we need is to target 99.9% customer satisfaction while we continue keeping those employed under the P1 group in giving them the opportunity to earn their livelihood. So one for me, like Belinda says, I don't want your company to fold. I also might not buy land with P1 now until I see that you guys have dotted all your I's and crossed all your T's. Number 2, she said another thing that I lean on to. Nigeria is hard for the business. It's also hard for the customer.
Right.
The customer is, Nigeria is happening to everybody, and Nigerians are happening to everybody as well. So I want the customers to be, that's why do we have a Scot? It's because of the customers. So the customers are number 1. The customers are more important than P1. The customers are more important than Scot. So our first priority is customer satisfaction. Our second priority is human rights for Scot, freedom for Scot, and to encourage people to air their voice in such a way that we can bring reasonable sanity and clarity to any establishment or organization. And then finally comes the organization involved. I hope we've all been able to learn something today. If you feel unsatisfied with the way we handle this, you can drop your comments in the comment section. And like KG advised, I want to see a video of you people there tomorrow. KG said, carry food and drink and go and meet him. I'm not sure you want your food and drink. I think you want to come and poison him, but still carry the food and drink there. Still carry the food and drink there. My own is not food and drink.
Yes.
My own is how does Scott come out? And on that note, I appreciate you guys for coming from P1. Thank you, Belinda. And thank you, KG, Moron KG Giwa, also for joining us. Take care, everyone. God bless you
Thank
and
you
good
very
night.
much.